As I'm sitting here editing this video, it's the very beginning of July, and we are still in the most beautiful, brightest time of the year. And as I look back on these past couple of weeks, I feel completely overwhelmed in the best possible way. June arrived with such life force, and so many beautiful things happened in such a short time, and somehow my heart feels bigger than it did just a few weeks ago. I feel so deeply humbled and grateful and so excited for this summer. So these past weeks have been truly unforgettable. Little Lumi came into my life right in the middle of the brightest time of the year. And at the same time we celebrated our summer solstice tradition, where hundreds of jewelry orders spent several days and nights out in nature during the brightest nights of the year. And they really spent time in all kinds of weather: sunshine, thunderstorms, quiet magical nights and heavy rain. To everyone who took part in it, thank you so much. We could never have imagined receiving so many orders, and I'm endlessly grateful for every single one of you who chose to be part of this tradition. And it was a couple of intense days after the summer solstice. My incredible team has worked so hard to prepare and send everything out as quickly as possible afterwards. I'm also so grateful to my parents who stepped in and helped taking all the jewelry down from the mountain in stormy winds, since I had to be home with my little puppy. So this video will be a little glimpse into my last week of June and my very first week with Lumi. Most of my days have been spent finding a new rhythm together with Lumi and Nayeli, who have finally started to becoming friends, and I have also been pouring my heart into one of the biggest art projects that I've ever created. As many of you might remember, last year when we opened our gallery and store in Sollefteå, I created a painting called Unity. It was a big painting made up of 150 small canvases, which I then separated and framed into individual pieces. And the 150 first visitors who came to celebrate our opening received one small part of the artwork to take home. And this year, as our gallery and store celebrates its very first anniversary on the 17th and 18th of July, I wanted to create a new huge artwork and do the same thing. Since life has been quite intense lately, I was a bit late even starting this project. But having gone through the process once before, it felt much easier this time. I already knew every step of the process. And the first thing I do is to attach 150 small canvas panels, each measuring 10 by 10 centimeters, onto a large wooden board. Every single piece is carefully numbered, from number 1 on the top left corner to number 150 in the bottom right. Numbering the pieces makes it possible for each person to know exactly where their little piece belongs in the whole original painting. And who knows, maybe one day they will all find their way back together again, like one giant puzzle. That thought makes me so excited. One thing that feels especially meaningful is that when I created last year's painting, Nanok was by my side during the very last weeks of his life, and these days were so special to me. And now, as I'm creating this painting, I have little Lumi here beside me, and that fills my heart with a feeling that is hard to put into words. A mix of sorrow, joy and gratitude at the same time. Good morning! Well, it's 10 o'clock in the morning now. We have been up for a couple of hours, but you just had a little nap. Now we're gonna go out. The mornings are quite different nowadays, but I like it. Since I'm in the middle of her potty training, it's a lot of, in and out every time she has been sleeping or playing or eating. It's a beautiful day. Sunny day at the end of June. Good girl. Bra! Bra tjejen! Nayeli is keeping close to us all the time. I actually start to believe that she's a bit protective of this little puppy. They have been sniffing on each other and, greeting, and Nayeli, she doesn't seem to be so bothered anymore. It's not like she loves her and want to snuggle, but she's keeping close, and wherever we are, she kind of joins and have a look at Lumi. And for all of you who are worried that Nayeli won't get as much attention, I promise you she will. She gets a lot of cuddles and nothing has changed there. But I will also not force her to be with Lumi. She's gonna have her space. She's a cat, she knows what she wants. I also just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for all your beautiful and loving comments on my previous video where I shared about Lumi, my new family member. Yeah, it just means a lot that so many of you share the joy with me. You're so kind, and I think that one of the most beautiful things is when someone can be happy for another person, and so many of you are happy for me getting Lumi in my life, so thank you so much. I am finally done with putting all the 150 pieces together on this board. It took a lot of time for me to finish just putting all the pieces together because my time right now is a little bit splitted into pieces, and that's okay. I have a little new life to take care of. It is less than 3 weeks left until this painting is gonna be split up into 150 paintings and gonna be framed and signed and with certificates of our authenticity and all this stuff to 150 people. This is a massive project that I have ahead of me, and I should feel stressed right now because I haven't even painted the painting yet. But I don't, and that's strange. I feel just very joyful to start painting on this now. I feel excited because I have no idea how it's gonna turn out. My next move now is gonna be to prepare them a little bit. I'm gonna put a first layer of gesso and a little bit of structure just to make each piece have some kind of an own little texture. Yeah, and just prepare it. And then tomorrow it's gonna be nice weather, so I have this idea that I wanna bring this board, this whole big canvas outside in my garden and start with a first layer of paint outside. I think that would be so wonderful. And over there Lumi is sleeping, and I think she helps me to relax in a weird way because in a way I should be stressed because of her. I mean, she takes a lot of time, of course, and a lot of focus, but I don't. I love this feeling that she's sleeping here next to me and that she's part of this. Now someone woke up again. Hey. Oh. Isn't she like the cutest you've ever seen? Like, look at this pup. You smell so good. Sit. Bra. Ligg. Bra. You're the cutest little chicken nugget in the world. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, look at my beautiful garden. Rose petal? Yes. Oh, thank you. Tack Lumi. What's going on? It's a lot of screaming birds. Sounds like a human almost. What an absolute beautiful morning. Me and Lumi were up really early. We were up at 6 in the morning. We've had some breakfast and I had some coffee. And they are so cute together. I'm so happy that they are so comfortable. My heart is melting. We get a little sister now to take care of. It's finally sunny and warm. It has been very windy and rainy and, you know, just a bit uncomfortable weather lately, but this is really, really nice. Though right now there is like a huge heat wave in a lot of countries, and I just hope you guys take care if you are part of that heat wave where you live. Here though, it's a really nice day. It's like 20 degrees and that's perfect. But oh my god, what are these birds doing? I think there's a raven taking eggs or bird babies. Unfortunately. What is going on? Okay, yeah, I see birds up there. I don't think you can see, but there's like, oh yeah, I'm so sad. Like this time of the year when a big bird is attacking a nest and taking their eggs or their babies. It's horrible. So I was up pretty late last night working on the 150 pieces painting, and I have done all the texture, so I've made it ready to start painting on it. And yeah, I just had this idea that if it's beautiful weather today, I would love to take the canvas outside and work on it here in the garden, just as I did last year. So this is just the most perfect day. It's so beautiful. I'm collecting all the stuff that I need for the painting, and I have a lot of stuff and I don't really know what I need, so I have to bring out a lot of things. And my mom and my niece, do you say that? My brother's daughter, Clara, they're gonna come now and help me look after Lumi while I carry everything out, because there's a lot of stuff. And I think she might be a little worried if I run up and down and out and in all the time, so it's gonna be so nice to go out and paint today. Babysitters. Now my outside studio is in place, and I'm so grateful that my mom and Clara could come and take care of Lumi while I was moving out all the stuff. Now she's in the shadow here in her little crate. Nayeli is with us. I'm gonna start on this huge painting. And I'm very excited, and it's just such a joy to be outside and painting a day like this. And in this beautiful space. Here's the pond, and I hope Lumi will be okay. Yeah. It might be a little bit unusual for her to sleep outside like this, but it's good that she learns. So last year when I did this 150 pieces painting, I used water that I had collected from the Silver Fall way up in the north of Sweden, and I still have 2 bottles left. So of course I'm gonna use them for this painting. I always use a lot of water when I paint. I put water in a spray bottle, so when I paint I kind of mix it out with water to make the paints more flowy. It's crazy to think that this water has been in here for many years now. I think it's like 3 years ago. It's been such a huge thunderstorm going on this whole morning. It's been so much lightning, so I haven't dared to go out with little Lumi, so she had to do her business inside today. And I hope she doesn't unlearn all the potty training I've been doing with her this week, but oh well, that's life. Maybe it's starting to calm down now, I hope so. But at the same time, it's so cozy. Okay, it hasn't calmed down. I felt the vibration in the house. That must have been very close. But she seems to be alright. Anyway, it is a bit cozy that it's raining and thunderstorm. I've been brewing myself a pot of coffee. And I have some breakfast that I'm gonna eat in the couch now. So my mom called me tonight and she was like, Jonna, you have to bring in the painting and all your painting stuff. And I'm really glad she told me that, because it has been raining like a waterfall outside. But it's not gonna rain all day. It's gonna rain just in the morning, so I can hopefully continue painting outside later. Hey! While I eat breakfast, she's always here beside me in the crate, so she can relax a little bit. And I just have to tell you that this night was so cozy, because this was the first night where my cat, Nayeli, came to the bed and slept in the same bed as us. So we, all 3 of us, were sleeping in the same bed, and that was so cozy. Obviously she was sleeping in her crate beside me, but Nayeli was, you know, lying on top of me, and it was just so cozy, and I just felt so grateful. Hello, you gorgeous angel cake. Now we are back to work. Lumi's here. She's been out playing and eating, and I think she's quite tired now, so she can sleep for a while. It's like 2 o'clock in the day. It's not until now that the weather is starting to feel a little bit lighter. It's been raining a lot. My mom and dad's basement has been flooded with water, so it's a huge rainfall and thunderstorm over like many parts of Sweden right now. Anyway, I'm very excited to continue working on this painting. It was so wonderful yesterday to be here and paint, and now it's quite warm and nice, so I'm gonna enjoy this a lot. Cheers everyone! It's a couple of hours later. I've been so deep into my painting process. It's been so wonderful, and as you can see, the weather turned out really nice. I also think I'm gonna bring the painting into my art studio in my house this evening, because it's probably gonna rain more tonight, so that I can continue on it inside. I almost feel like I can't speak because I'm not in that mood right now. Summer. It's 11:30 in the night, and we just took a little drive this evening. I was going to the recycle station to, I had a lot of trashes, or how to say, recycle. So I thought I would bring her to just, train her in the car, and she's been sleeping all the way, so that's great. And then we just continued driving for another hour. I just been filming a little bit and just enjoying this beautiful evening. And as you can see, it's so bright outside, even though it's soon midnight. And now we're at the place where we always were here with Nanok. It's a little dirt road in the forest. Oh, it's super many mosquitoes already. Bra tjejen! She's so good. Now we're gonna go home. You're gonna continue sleeping, and I'm gonna just continue a little bit on the painting before it's time to go to bed. Because like, who wanna sleep when it's this beautiful outside? Well, you have to sleep because you're just a baby. But when you're a little bit older, oh my gosh, we're gonna run the whole night in the forest. We're gonna do so many fun things. It shouldn't be legal to be this cute. I'm so glad that she seems to like going in the car. It's gonna make it so much easier for me. She's not anxious or anything, she just sleeps. She's very calm. Let's go home, honey. Another beautiful day in life. My garden is growing so much now. This is incredible. Look at my salad. Ouch, ouch. No, no, no. Okay, another huge thunderstorm is on its way. And yesterday your basement got flooded, so now we have to prepare with sand stuff. Det blir nog bra.
Ja. Du kan lägga in annars är inte blockar.
Ah.
Det är inte blockar.
Good job, everyone.
Good job.
Now we are prepared for the thunderstorm. It's actually really big thunderstorms in the whole Sweden right now. It's crazy. But I'm really glad we got to secure my mom and dad's basement, even though it's not really secure, but it's at least gonna help a lot. I'm just gonna make some food. I'm making nypasoppa, rose hip soup, and some sandwiches. By the way, I'm turning 37 today on the 29th of June. And to be honest, I love when my birthday is just like this, just like a normal day, because I don't know why, but I have always been very uninterested in my own birthday. I rather celebrate my mom because she was doing the really hard work this day. I just feel so relaxed when I don't have to do anything, I don't have to throw a party or have any kind of celebration. So I'm super happy to have my birthday like this. But I'm gonna show you, I have got some gifts from Lumi. How cute is this? This is stuff that she has brought inside today. I wasn't happy to see she carried this stone in her mouth though. But oh well, look at this little birch leaf. After days of painting, when I've spent hour after hour with the artwork, there comes a moment that fascinates me, and the same thing happened when I painted Unity last year. At first, it feels like I'm simply painting one large artwork, but then, almost without noticing, something begins to change. Each piece seems to begin a life of its own, and become its own little world with its own energy and its own expression. And I find that so incredibly beautiful. It's as if the painting slowly awakens, as if something invisible begins to emerge that wasn't there before. and I could spend hours simply moving from piece to piece, discovering them one by one. And each one feels so unique, yet none of them could exist without the whole. And somehow, that's where the real magic begins. And as the very last step, I paint a golden thread, weaving its way through every single piece of the painting. And that's my way of honoring the invisible threads that connects us all. In the late evening of my birthday, the 29th of June, the painting was finished. And it wasn't until I painted the last brushstroke that its name came to me. Alchemy. Because that's exactly what the whole process had felt like. A transformation that was impossible to plan, but so beautiful to witness. Good morning, sunshine. Good morning, everyone. So we are all packed up in the car, me and Lumi, and the painting, the alchemy, and a lot of other stuff. This is the first working day for Lumi in Sollefteå, because I didn't tell you, but obviously I'm going to our workshop in Sollefteå. I'm gonna, of course, deliver the painting. I probably won't have time to start framing it today, but at least, put the things together, everything that I need. I'm gonna prepare the certificates, because every piece is coming with a certificate of authenticity. And I'm gonna meet up with other team members. We have so much still going on. We are soon ready to open another room in the gallery, but there's some stuff that needs to be fixed with that before, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be wonderful to bring her there. I have coffee here. I haven't even taken a first sip yet. This morning has been a bit crazy and I'm a bit late, but let's take the first sip together. Cheers, everyone. I see you in Sollefteå. Let's go. Afternoon now, and it's been a very fun, wonderful day here at the workshop, and Lumi has been doing so well. She's so calm. So she's actually downstairs now. I'm upstairs where we have this little workstations room where we frame photo prints and stuff. I'm not gonna divide them today. I'm going to do that in a few days, because now I am going home and I'm gonna start to edit this video. And then I'm gonna come back here in a few days and start with this process. I so much look forward to it. It's crazy to think that these pieces will again be separated to maybe a lot of different countries. So again, I just wanted to remind you that these pieces will be part of the goodie bags that we will give out on our 1-year anniversary on 17th and 18th of July. And on Friday, we will give out 75 goodie bags, and on Saturday, 75 goodie bags. So we won't do like we did a year ago, where we handed out 150 on one day. So just so you know, for those of you who are planning to come. And I also think that's really good, because last year there was a huge line. People had to wait 8-9 hours to get into the store. I mean, obviously that's amazing that so many of you were willing to stand in line for so many hours to get into the store, and it was such a big happening outside. But of course I don't hope that you will have to wait that long this year, so we thought maybe it's better to kind of divide the goodie bags on 2 days, so people who doesn't have a chance to come on Friday maybe can come on Saturday, to just split it a little bit. I am not sure if I'm gonna be able to make another video before the event, since I have a lot of work to do, a lot of framing, photo prints, and we also have 2 new rooms in the gallery that we haven't opened yet, that we're gonna, you know, finish the last details. Now I gotta get out of here because it's super warm. It's like a greenhouse, this room. It's like big windows and the sun is shining in. Take care, everyone. I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you soon again. Mwah. I love you. Bye bye.